have an alarm that goes with it.
We'll design a new one and make some money. Okay, so we're going to show you how this guy works. So as I showed you before, and actually I'm going to put it static, this is pretty loud. Okay, so BJ, here you go. And press the button. Okay, so what happened? It stopped moving. This light turned off, but the machine's still running, but it's not pulling anymore. Okay, this is now slack. Okay, so what you have to do is explain to your patients it'll still sound like the machine is on, but this will not be pulling anymore. Okay, because otherwise they think it won't work and they'll freak out. Okay, so when you hand them this, you say it's for any reason it does not start to feel good, makes your symptoms worse, or you are uncomfortable, you press this button. The machine will still be running, but it will no longer be pulling. And then you ring this bell, and I will come check on you.
Can you repeat that? Could you repeat that again? It was if it does not.
If it increases your symptoms, if it starts to feel uncomfortable in any way, or you just don't want it to continue anymore, you press this button. Machine will still be running, but it will no longer be pulling. And then you ring your call bell so that I can hear, and I will come and get you. Cool. Okay, because if you just give them this button and they don't know what it's for, looks like you could destroy the world.
What does this button do?
Don't push this. You ever seen that Ren and Stimpy episode where they have the red button that they're not supposed to? They're supposed to guard. And
I don't think I have seen that one, but they did just do that on Modern Family too. I don't know how to time now. Didn't have scouts. Like scout for those crack vials. Yeah. True.
Come on.
Okay, so anyway, this can adjust because this is actually going to attach to here. This will be around the patient. Okay, so let's look and see what happens when we turn it on. So I want everyone to look right here. Okay, I'm going to turn it on. And it's pulling, and eventually it won't be able to pull anymore. Okay, and we can...
Man, that's going to happen somehow.
So don't hit it with your legs. So Chris, I'm going to have you take a seat approximately, let's see, right here. Okay, and then we're going to adjust from there. Perfect. Go ahead and lay down on your side first. Good, and then roll onto your back. Good, and keep your knees bent. Okay, what I'd like you to do is scoot down towards me. Good, and really lift your hips as you scoot. Good, there you go. And let's see, let's do one more little scoot down. Perfect. Okay, so I've made sure your lumbar spine is at the split. And I've positioned this so this is heading up towards his waist, the top of this harness. Okay, so, and it's got to be super snug, and I also want it centered. I want to try not to make it crooked. So actually, Chris, I'm going to have you bridge one more time, part of my reach, and come on down.
Waist was more anatomical waist rather than opposed to where people wear their pants now.
The waist is the thinnest point.
Yeah.
Where people wear their pants is the hip.
Keep it all around.
Okay, so notice, because we need this to be really snug, which we do want to tell the patient. I don't want it compressing your stomach and like feel like, you know, it's bending anywhere, but it does have to be very snug. You have this nice strap for leverage. Okay, so you can really bring it around nice and tight, nice and snug. And bring this side around.
Get it right, get it tight. Get it right.
How does that
Get
feel?
it
Is
right,
that too
get it
snug?
tight.
Okay. Firm, but not any choking. Didn't eat too much lunch.
No nanners in there.
Too many bananas and granola. Didn't I tell you guys that? When
Yeah.
Gate belt on Mike and he was like, watch out for that banana. And I was like,
And the granola.
eating a banana. Okay.
Sure he
You
did.
turned the same shade as
Sure did.
So did he.
He was very embarrassed too. Okay, so this strap that I just connected has all these metal attachments because that's what this is going to attach to. Okay, so again, I'm going to make this snug over the Velcro.
It's like a giant diaper.
Yep, pretty much. Is that okay? Okay.
Giant diaper.
So this, notice how it folds in half. This is going to attach to there. This is going to go on this little carabiner right here. That's what that's called.
Is that one actually rated for a certain amount of weight?
I don't know. I would not go rock climbing with this one.
It depends on the amount of weight that you
Small.
have. 25%
Yeah,
of
these
the
little
body
things
weight
are
goes
called,
into contraction,
right? Aren't they
which is
carabiners?
like
Oh,
separation.
yeah.
And then 50% of your body weight goes
Oh yeah,
into
keys.
stretch.
Yeah, that's what
I just call them key holders.
Yeah, key question.
Am I making stuff up?
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm going to attach this to this.
bones.
Okay, so it's relatively snug.
Upside down bungee jump.
So that's Velcro there. So I'm gonna get one more little bridge up. Good, and relax. Okay, now depending on the patient's height,
Depends.
these may overlap. There's more for like this balance system and this whole big harness system, and we do it in sitting most of the time. Which then once you get them up, you'll have to adjust a little bit, but it's easier than asking them to bridge sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna pull this nice and snug and pull this around. Okay, can you still take a nice deep inhale? Very nice. Feels okay?
Of course.
We're gonna make sure this isn't hooked on anything because we don't want to pull his head off. Okay, now before mechanical traction ever happens, you will have tried manual traction on the patient to see how they responded. Okay, because if they can't handle manual traction, there's no way they can handle the force of mechanical traction. But here, what you can do to make sure that it feels okay and that everything is snug is you hold here and you shift back. Again, and try not to move the table. That felt okay?
Is the
Okay.
table on? Do you have the table unlocked already, or maybe?
I do not have the table unlocked already, so what should I do next?
Unlock
Unlock the
it.
table.
Said it's 100.
Oh,
But give them a
Actually-
tug before you unlock it.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Because otherwise you just move the table.
Okay.
Actually I want to adjust his position. Okay, so we're gonna do a lumbar flexion preference. So he is in a little bit of flexion now, but we can make him even more relaxed. So what can I use? Don't do that, that's horrible for the back.
There's that
Thank
little
you. Now we know,
little
Modesty.
bunch
This
thing.
guy, which we just looked up in the catalog and cost like $300.
Awesome.
No, maybe it was 109 because he did it himself. That's why it was horrible. Usually if you have back problems, you have very poor core stability, and so if you lift both legs at the same time, you automatically go into an anterior pelvic tilt because you use your hip flexors to lift, and then you injure yourself.
Good to know.
This goes here. Okay, so I'm gonna help your legs.
Okay.
You relax.
It goes or goes
This
over.
doesn't go in here. What is that?
No, it can just go anywhere. That's not in the way. Oh yes, that has to go there. Yes, thank you. It'll go through there. Okay, so once I get his feet propped up, I can easily lift his legs and bring this closer. Did everyone see that? So even if your patient's legs are heavy and you're not that strong, you prop it up one leg at a time, have the heel supported, then you bring it closer. Is that comfortable? Is it too close? Do you want me to move it back a little bit? Okay, it's tilted, so let's do that. How's that feel? Okay, and as Lane pointed out, you want to make sure the bench doesn't hit this at all.
Would you rather have that distal to the tibia? Like more towards his feet? The stool?
No, I'd rather it be higher so it's up supporting his knees, but he's not the proportional height for the stool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the farther you bring it out, the more they're in lumbar extension, not flexion.
So you can probably also use something bolster as well as that if someone's tall and has long legs.
Yeah, but if he's comfortable here, I'm happy with the position.
Somebody grab a bolster.
Okay, now we've made this is here, we've made sure this is here. Now, what do I do next? So the table's already locked.
Emergency outfit. Unlock.
Let's do this before we forget, because we've got him set up and we're about to move away from him and concentrate here. So before we leave the patient, not that you're leaving yet, but before you're done setting up the patient, let's really finish setting up the patient. Okay, I haven't turned the machine on yet, but I'm going to hand this to you. Okay, this is the stop button.
Okay.
For any reason after we turn this on, it starts to feel uncomfortable at all, definitely if it starts to make your symptoms any worse, which that's not our goal, you turn it off. You press this button, it'll stop pulling. Okay, the machine will still be running, so it'll still be loud, but this will have stopped. Got it? Go ahead and hold on to that. I'm also, part of my reach, going to give you this beautiful
Our
pink
fancy
bell.
dancy call bell system.
Oh, I thought you were joking. That's
My
okay.
favorite one.
So Dr. Pocky stole it from a little girl. Okay, so
He would.
if you get uncomfortable, after you stop it, you ring the bell and I will come and get you. Okay? Yes, that's how it works. Okay, now, before again I walk away, I'm going to
Unlock the table.
unlock the table. Make sure it's unlocked.
Do you want
Yep.
to set your parameters first? And then on? We're doing,
Either way.
I don't think that matters. Yeah. Over there, because you're not moving now, so we're good. So that's unlocked. I pulled it up. Now I'm going to come here. I'm going to decide this time to do intermittent. Okay, I'm making sure my poundage is on 0 to start. I want to do a hold time of 20 seconds, an off time of 10 seconds. Just
Crank it up yourself while it's running? Or-
nope. So what's going to happen if I manually crank it up while it's running?
The brakes.
It could just be slightly uncomfortable. Okay? And you would do it slowly no matter what. Okay? So I turn on the timer. I have all my settings. I'm not putting it on yet.
Ask him how much they weigh.
I would have already asked him how much he weighs, but like I said, today you're just going to start at 20 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to go ahead and turn the machine on.
Brace yourself.
So it's going to make lots of funny noises, but it's not anything bad. How is that feeling? Good? Okay, we're going to wait a minute and see how it goes. So again, when the light goes off, we know that the rest time has started.
20 seconds and 10 seconds off, right?
Yeah. Now we have a rest time.